is day 12, October 9th of my Superior Hiking Trail trip, and slept in a little bit today. Last night had a great conversation with Josh and Fran, who are finishing up their studies at UMD and Hamlin, respectively, and out here for a 3-day hike, and it was nice to visit with them. So good luck to you guys in your studies, and thanks for the conversation. Today we have about 12 miles, so lighter day today, going to Bear Lake and the Bean and Bear Overlook, which is one of the iconic sections of the trail, if section 13 wasn't enough. So looking forward to that, and I'll camp at Bear Lake tonight, and then tomorrow will be kind of a Nero, not quite a 0 day, but about 3.5 miles of trail, and then a little road walk into Silver Bay, where I will spend the night, and then head back tomorrow. So that's kind of the plan. But time to get started. Well, it's a little after 9, and we're finally packed up here and ready to head out, a little more leisurely today. First part of this hike is going to be a nice climb up to a viewpoint of both Lake Superior, and I think we'll be able to see Wolf Lake by Wolf Ridge Environmental Learning Center, and then head across Highway 1 and into Tetagouche State Park, where we won't be able to take the swinging bridge across the high falls due to the damage from the spring. So it's going to be an extra 3 to 4 miles to get through there. And then we have the drain pipe, which will be kind of a fun little climb, and I think a round top and some nice views, and then eventually to Bean and Bear Lake. So should be a fun day. Let's get started. Through the trees you can make out Wolf Lake, which is part of the Wolf Ridge Environmental Learning Center. Got some nice rocky peaks out there as well. One of my favorite learnings from my time chaperoning was they would take us on a snowshoe trip across that lake and up onto the ridge here with the view of the lake, Lake Superior, and they would talk about the importance of fresh water and preserving it, concerns about, at the time, this is 20 years ago, wanting to have a pipeline for fresh water going out west for more development there. Luckily, the Midwest governors got together and put together a pact to preserve the Great Lakes, but you just have to look at what's happened recently with Lake Powell and Lake Mead to see that fresh water and what's happened with our climate have had a big impact. Here's a better view of the lake. Well, it's definitely warmer today. Just a half hour into the hike, and I'm able to shed my mittens and a couple layers to cool down a bit. What a beautiful day. Crossing Highway 1. So I was just talking to a couple guys that camped near me last night. The bridge going across the Baptism River has been out since that spring flooding, and they said that they ended up forging the river a little bit upstream from there, and I don't think I'm going to do that. They also said that they saw somebody straddling the outside of the bridge to cross. I'm definitely not doing that. Juvenile eagle soaring overhead. So lots of folks here at the High Falls. Now it's time to do the reroute and get back around to the other side. Grateful for a way under. After 3.5 days on trail, I thought I'd take advantage of the nice amenities at Tetagoose State Park rest area. Spirit hiking trail again, but I'm heading actually in a north and east direction back up to the High Falls to see the other side, kind of make the final connection to the part I couldn't do, and then I'll head back. So on the map we're now at the High Falls, and the brown trail is the Spirit hiking trail. It's going to go by Raven Rock, Trudy, Blue Jay, and then eventually get over to Bean and Bear, where we've got the overlook and campsite by Bear Lake, where I hope to spend the night. You can still see the debris in sections that are out from the storm damage this spring. Hopefully the state will find some funds and fix that up. So it was nice to be able to relax on a bench by the High Falls and have a little bit of lunch. I almost forgot to have lunch, which wouldn't be good. And so now, time to head toward Bear Lake. drain pipe. This section is more like how it used to be. Getting closer. Heck of a view from Mount Trudy. Let's see where I come from. Looking north. Beautiful lakes. Just gorgeous. Worth the effort. Well, it's about 3 o'clock, making my way around Mount Trudy. Beautiful views, but some pretty good ups and downs, so slowed down my pace a little bit, but about 2.5 miles to get to Bean Bear. One more climb and over Round Mountain coming up here. Down to the campsite. Pretty treacherous. I don't know if I'm going to be going back up to the overlook. So my hope had been to camp here tonight and sneak up around sunset to see the sunset from the overlook. Since I have to set up my tent with the trekking poles, I don't want to risk it going up and down. So I'll have to take in the sunset here, but it is beautiful. Not a bad spot. Pretty nice view from the tent. So that ends day 12 on the spear hiking trail. Got camp set up, got this view. It's pretty amazing. Just beautiful area. Mount Trudy was not to be scoffed at. That was quite a climb up and down, and just getting down to Bear Lake was a struggle, and why I decided not to try and head back up for sunset. Try and get some shots here by the lake, but overall good day. Got about 14 and a half miles in according to my walking, but I know some of that was doing some side trails like Round Top and then the Tetagouche Center. Overall feeling pretty good. Got a 3.45, 3.6 miles tomorrow into Silver Bay, and then just hanging out in Silver Bay tomorrow night, and then head back. So with that, keep on learning, and we'll see you down the trail.